Today is January 29th, 2018. Having a little bit of trouble with my uh, camera and audio, so we'll see how this works this time. My newsletter today is about family, ways to make life good, and what is a good life. So let's think about that just a moment. What makes life good? There's a lot of aspects of life, and the ones I've covered in the newsletter I'll try not to repeat. I would like to say that your thinking determines your life, good or bad or mediocre. If you think everything's bad, everybody's against you, everything is just going to pot, it will. If you think everything's fantastic, everybody loves you, everything's going your way, it will. That's the way it works. You know I'm going to bring up the Bible because it says the words of your mouth and the meditations of your heart. There's a lot of ways we can think and make our life go bad. And there's a lot of ways we can think and make our lives go good. If you're always complaining and moping around and why me and oh no, the world's against me and whatever has happened to you, that's the way people will perceive you, and that's the way your life is going to continue to go. If you claim it, you gain it. It's just the way it is. So why not claim health? Why not claim wealth? Why not claim life? Why not claim friends? Why not claim money? Or whatever it is that you're wanting to claim. How you think determines the quality of your life. I had a friend that was in a wheelchair for, 30 years. He's always positive. He's always upbeat, encouraging other people. He's enthusiastic. When people said, how can you be so excited and how can you be enthusiastic that God allowed this to happen to you? And he said, God didn't allow this to happen to me. He said, this is just an illness that I got from living life. He hadn't done anything wrong. Hadn't done anything out of the ordinary or askew. He just was living life and got a disease that disabled him. But because he was positive and upbeat, man, he always had people around him, people visiting him, people talking to him. People loved to be around him. Cool guy. Now, if you've got any friends, or maybe you, and some little illness or disability or whatever happens in your life, and oh man, you want people to come and moan and groan with you and commiserate and think, oh, how terrible. Look what's happened to me. It's been so terrible and so awful. And you want them to think just like you. When they leave, they feel worse than you do, and they don't want to come back. You wonder why people don't come around you a lot? Okay, I think I just covered that. If you want people to be around you, it doesn't mean you have to put on a happy face all the time. It just means don't dwell, don't focus on, don't try to make the people visiting you feel as badly as you do. I remember one time I slid into second and sprained my leg so bad I was out of work 3 months. That was no fun, I gotta tell you. I did mope around for 3 or 4 days. But I thought, you know what? Generally, I'm a positive, optimistic person. So I started thinking, well, I'm the one that chose to slide into second. God didn't do it. I did it. And therefore, I need to live my life now with an injured knee where I can't even go to work or do nothing but hobble around the house with this brace on. and be as positive around my family as I can. And I was. How you react and respond to things within your family, at your job, church, sports, whatever. If every time something doesn't go your way, you're angry and you blow up and you want to blame somebody else, start looking in the mirror, dude. Look in the mirror and then yell. You can yell all you want at that mirror. Therein lies the problem. It's not the weather. It's not the coworker. It's not your wife. It's not your husband. It's not the children. It's not the school. It's not anything but you and how you perceive things. Sometimes you're in situations where you wish you weren't there. Maybe you're having to live in somebody else's household. It's no fun because you can't do the things you want to do. Maybe you've been put in a situation at work where you're having to interact with people that just don't think like you do. Really? There's almost 8 billion people on the planet at this time. I doubt there's any two that think exactly alike. Our interaction with people on this planet is not to find somebody else that thinks like we do. It's to interact with the people that talk with us and deal with us on a daily basis in a way that's palatable to both of us. Nobody's ever going to agree totally. And people that want to argue their position shows how weak a position they have. Listen to the other person's position. They should reciprocate and listen to you. Neither of you are going to change the other's mind. But it's nice to be able to discuss, to talk about things, to get different views, even though they don't think like you think. Does that make them a bad, awful, terrible, horrible person? If they want to argue about it and be obstructionist about it, yes, it does make them a bad, terrible, horrible, dishonest person. But if they want to openly discuss differences, you will find that there's always a core that you both pretty much agree on. Well, so much for this video today. Let me bring up my soaps, calm, and detox that I'm using to promote our mission trip to Romania. And of course, the Step Above Success and Dream Journal, Your Future is Created by You. All of the money that comes in over top of what these cost us is going to help support that mission trip. We'll be teaching national ministers, lay people, developing children's programs and other things that they need over there. It's going to be about a month, I've estimated, and looks like, unless I've made some mistakes, that the cost is going to be about $25,000. So keep us in prayer. We need to get that together before July of this year. Also, keep in mind that the frustrations that comes about through life, that it's just life. It's not anybody trying to get you. It's just life. And how you think will determine how your life after this frustration develops. This is a Rev, the Internet Pastor. Make it a memorable week.